Oh, Dr. Destruction. I know how to do it.
Hey, thanks, Doc. Oh, I can't believe I let that Neanderthal Dr. Torture body slam me.
Dr. Destruction, you and Dr. Dr. Torture, are those MDs or PhDs?
That's pretty good. Hey, you look like a wrestling aficionado. How'd you like tickets to tonight's match? You got a problem with wrestling?
If I want slick, pre-packaged entertainment, I'll wear a condom.
Are you implying that professional wrestling is little more than an elaborately staged exhibition?
No? You're saying it's fake?
Well, then, if it's fake, like you say, you want to explain how I got this bum neck?
Low-impact aerobics?
So fine. Now what you're saying is that I defraud my public. In fact, what you're telling me is that I'm a charlatan and a fake.
Not you, Dr. Destruction. It's just that
Just what?
It's... Oh, boy, look at the time.
Doctor,
I am proud to show you just how fake wrestling is.
you think that's an easy life? I don't like hurting people. I'm just wrestling nights to make enough money to get through grad school.
What are you studying?
Lit theory. There. Still think wrestling's fake?
You're not hurting me!
Hey, is everything okay in here? I heard all this noise.
Your turn, big guy.
What? No. Wait, no.
Doctor.
I was feeling so bad. Asked my friend, my doctor, just what I had. I said, Doctor, Mr. Indeed, can you tell me what's ailing me? He said, yeah. All you need, all you really need, all you need is loving. Got to have good loving, good loving, baby. Doctor.
Yeah.
Doctor.
Uh-huh. Doctor.
Yeah. Is there a doctor in the house?
Yes.
Hey,
Oh, thanks.
Deirdre, I hope you're ready for the softball championship this weekend.
Abe, the lawyers have beaten us four times in a row.
Well, not this year, okay? Look, we are doctors. We were meant to be lawyers. We went to school 5 years longer than they did.
Really? Well, if that's true, then how come that team of plumbers kicked our butts last year?
They're Neanderthals. They're good with clubs.
Sorry, Abe, my med school curriculum did not include competitive softball.
Well, you are not in school anymore, Deirdre. This is the real world, and softball is a part of the real world. So after work today, pop flies and ground balls, okay? Okay, Coach.
Morning.
Frank.
Hey, you know, you cats really should have got in this softball tournament.
Surgeon's hands, Abe. I can't jeopardize a career.
Yeah, Mike.
Abe, you know my suspension lasts until 1992.
Mike, what time were we supposed to meet your Aunt Laura?
6 o'clock at Raymond's. You two are welcome to join us if you want to have dinner with the most famous and pretentious plastic surgeon in Washington, D.C.
That sounds great.
But unfortunately, Dr. Bennett and I will have to decline, right, Slugger?
Oh, yeah. Go team. Rah. And it sounds to me like you don't like her very much.
It's not that I don't like her, it's just that I hate everything she stands for.
Kind of the way I feel about Abe right now. Did I say that?
Is that her?
Aha!
Thank you.
Aunt Laura.
Oh, Michael, my God, look at you. Well, you're a real man now.
Don't tell my husband. Great seeing you, Laura.
Thank you.
This is one of my partners, Dr. Grant Linowitz. Dr. Laura Stratford, my dad's younger sister.
Much, much younger sister.
Obviously. Well, it's an honor to meet you, Dr. Stratford.
Oh, Laura, please.
Laura.
Thank you. Oh, Michael, I brought you Kissinger's latest book. Had him autograph it for you.
Wow. Mike, you never told me your aunt knew such famous people.
Well, I knew sooner or later she'd get around to telling you herself.
All the big politicians are patients of mine. As a matter of fact, may I call you Grant? Grant.
His last name's Linowitz.
Yes, call me Grant.
You know, when I saw you, I said to myself, now that young man has a jawline that most men would kill for.
Well, thank you. That means a lot coming from a plastic surgeon.
Oh, it didn't come from a plastic surgeon. It came from a woman, Grant. Linowitz. Why didn't you tell me you had such a very handsome partner?
Because the last time we spoke, I had hair.
How true. Well, perhaps we should order, although I know what I'm having.
So do I, but I think we should stick to the menu.
And in my opinion, if Manuel Noriega had dermabrasion, he wouldn't be where he is today.
Where is he?
Who knows? They keep moving him. If you gentlemen excuse me, I'm going to freshen up. Oh, Grant, how sweet. Standing when a woman leaves the room.
Yeah, he can also roll over and beg.
Why would he have to beg? Although the roll over part does intrigue me.
This woman is amazing.
I know you think that now, Grant, but listen to me. Stay away from her. Laura eats guys like you for lunch.
Really?
Grant, you're a nice guy, but Laura does not date nice guys. She dates Norse gods named Thor.
Yeah, well, I think she kind of likes me.
Stay away from her.
Grant?
Yeah.
Could I interest you in an after-dinner drink?
Sure, like where?
Like my hotel?
Like when?
Like now?
Terrific.
Wonderful.
Swell.
Just call me Thor.
I'm a little Thor myself.
I didn't wake you, did I?
At 5 a.m.? No, I was listening to the farmer's report. You know, they got these boneless chickens now? Tastes great, but they can't stand up.
Speaking of standing up, I spent the entire weekend with Grant.
What do you do, tie you up and hold you hostage?
It was wonderful at first. And then suddenly it just started to scare the hell out of me.
So you did see him naked.
No, it's happening all over again. I am falling into the same trap with Grant that I have with every other man that I have been involved with, and I am tired of it.
I think you're tired of it.
I don't know how I always manage to become involved with men who are as self-absorbed as I am.
Yeah, you'll probably give birth to blotting paper.
I just don't know what to do. I mean, I spend a few short hours with a man, and suddenly all these questions are popping into my mind. Am I right for him? Is he right for me? Oh, Michael. Of course, there's you to consider.
We're not hillbillies here, Aunt Laura.
Michael, I don't know what to do here. I need your help. What do you think? The man makes me happy.
Okay, look, I don't think it's a match made in heaven. Far from it. But if you really feel this way about him, then why don't you play it out, see what happens?
Play it out. You really think I should?
If it means I can go back to sleep, absolutely.
Oh, Michael, thank you. I'm so glad we had this talk.
Talk? I can hardly use verbs at this hour.
Thank you, darling. Talk.
Just hope I didn't sign anything.
Deirdre, I just wanted to remind you that after work today, we're going to work on your hook slide.
Abe, I think I have practiced enough this week.
A wise man once said, when we stop trying to become better, we only become worse.
Who are you, the Colgate wisdom tooth? It is just a softball game.
Just a softball game? Leave that kind of talk to the lawyers. Deirdre, this is not, nor has it ever been, just a softball game.
Abe,
What?
you frighten me.
What a dream I was having. I dreamt I was in a strange land called Oz. Deirdre, you were there. Abe, you were there too. We're all standing in a picnic ground broiling Toto on a hibachi, and it tasted kind of like a BLT, a bacon, lettuce, and Toto.
Auntie Elle left Providence yet, Dorothy?
Howdy, everybody. Isn't it a great day today?
I'll take that as a no.
You know, Grant, you seem, what's the word I'm looking for? Human today.
Human. And why not, I ask you? I'm young. I'm dating a great woman. I drive an expensive car that also gets great gas mileage. Life is a song.
So when's Laura going back to Washington?
Well, soon, I guess. Say, have any of you guys ever been to Washington?
Thinking of visiting someone after she leaves?
Sort of.
What does sort of mean, Grant?
It means kind of, but not really.
What does sort of mean, Grant?
Okay, fine. I guess I should tell you guys. Laura has asked me to join her practice in Washington.
That's quite a commute from Providence, Grant. Even with no traffic, you're talking 6 hours each way, easy.
Yeah, well, the other deal is she's also asked me to live with her.
And you said no, right, Grant?
Sort of.
So you're gonna leave our practice because you think you can make more money. Is that it, Grant?
No, that isn't it. I really care for Laura. I haven't felt this way about a woman in some time.
Months, even.
No, more than months. You know, I've never met a woman as beautiful and smart as Laura is, who isn't actually a blood relative.
That never stopped you before.
You know, Grant, I had no idea that you were so unhappy here, man.
I'm not unhappy here. You guys are my best friends. I just wish that sometimes you'd treat me more the way that Laura does.
You sure you want us to, Grant? I mean, two of us are men.
Hey,
So this means you're leaving.
I told you I don't know. Excuse me.
Grant, you've only known Laura for less than a week. That's not enough time to decide you love her. I've known her my whole life. I barely tolerate her.
Mike, I can't explain it. Whatever you told her about me and everything you told me about her, it worked like a charm. You were Cupid, and I thank you.
Nice work, Cupid.
Do you have any idea what it's going to do to this practice if Grant leaves?
More closet space?
This is not a joke, Mike. Can't believe you'd let her just waltz in here and drag him off.
When did this become my fault?
Well, you're the one that put them together, stupid.
I didn't tell Grant to fall in love with her.
Well, all I know, Mike, is that you better come up with a way to keep Grant right here in this practice in Providence, Rhode Island.
How?
That's your
Yeah,
problem.
you come up with something, man.
Ed and I thank you for your support.
Michael, what was so urgent?
You and Grant?
Yes. Do we have your blessing?
You can't take Grant to Washington.
Why not?
He hasn't had his shots.
So that's no on the blessing?
I know what you do to men, Aunt Laura, and you're not going to do the same thing to Grant.
Michael, you are the one who convinced me that Grant and I should be together, that we should play this thing out.
I was lying. I thought you were looking to add another notch to your stethoscope.
Michael, I have changed. I'm ready to settle down with someone.
Fine, let's compose the ad right now. Piscean non-smoking female seeks any man who doesn't have reflection.
Not just any man. I love Grant.
And it's very convenient for you that Grant's ready to move to Washington.
What do I have to do to prove this to you? Move to Providence?
You'd move to Providence.
Michael, I would do whatever it takes. The important thing is that Grant and I are together. I don't care where it is.
Oh, you give up your practice, your friends?
Yes. I would rather spend my future here with a man that I love and a family that God knows I've neglected and a nephew that I am growing very fond of.
Maybe we are hillbillies. What would you do here?
I could write a book, my memoirs. Maybe I'll even work with you. Michael, you know what I always say.
Bring me another boy, this one's burst.
No. Things change and one must learn to change with them.
Does that mean you won't be handing me your coat when you come into her room?
No, that will never change. But here's a little something for you, you cutie pie.
And you know, you have single-handedly ruined my life. Thank you. How could you ask Laura to move to Providence?
First of all, that was not my idea. And second of all, what difference does it make? You were ready to move to Washington to be with her.
Washington is different, Mike.
How's it different?
Me and Laura in Washington, a fabulously successful, powerful, glamorous couple on everybody's A-list. Me and Laura in Providence. Fair.
She'll still be the same girl you rolled over and begged for.
I didn't beg. And she won't be the same girl. You know, she won't be this famous Washington surgeon anymore. She'll just be this woman who used to be this famous Washington surgeon, and I will just be me. Of course, that's not bad, but you know what I mean.
You realize, Grant, you're going to break Laura's heart.
I'm just her latest infatuation.
As strange as it may seem, Grant, Laura loves you. And she thinks you're the one for her.
Really?
Yeah, now you're going to have to tell her you're not.
Oh, no, I can't hurt her that way.
Well, you're going to hurt her more if you lie to her.
What if it's a really good lie?
Four. 6. How'd it go?
2 out, bottom of the 9th, bases loaded, down by a run. The crafty DA, Mr. Irv Slaughter on the mound. The mighty Abraham Butterfield at the plate. 3 pitches in the dirt, 3 swings, 3 strikes.
You guys lost?
What part of what I just said did you not get?
Abe hasn't been this excited about anything since he heard that Mike Tyson was going to play Hamlet. How's he taking it?
Oh, I don't know. I think he's okay. Yeah, he's doing pretty well. He'll be fine. Did I mention he's catatonic?
Abe, you okay?
Oh, me okay.
Sounds fine to me.
Personally, I think he would have been better off if he spent a little less time coaching me.
Yeah, less time coaching Deirdre.
A little more time practicing himself.
Yeah, more time practicing Abe.
How'd you do?
4 hits?
4 for 4.
Well, how'd you do?
They called me Charlie Brown.
Come on, Charlie. Lucy's gonna take you home now. In a big car.
Okay.
With soft padded seats.
Okay.
And a horn you can play with.
Charlie Brown.
There you are. We were supposed to meet a half hour ago.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had things to do.
You spoke to Laura? Grant, you spoke to her, right?
I couldn't. I tried, Mike, but I couldn't. So I wrote her a note explaining how I feel.
Grant, this isn't 7th grade. You can't break up with someone by writing them a note.
I did it in calligraphy.
Oh, well, I take it back. You're a prince.
Laura.
Well, I guess you know why I'm here.
I read the note.
Yes, I read the note.
So what'd you think?
I think you have excellent penmanship.
I've always said that about Grant.
I don't want you to be angry.
I am not angry at you, Grant. I am angry at myself.
Why? You didn't do anything wrong.
Oh, yes, I did. After my last marriage, I promised myself that the next time I would not fall for just a pretty face.
I am not just a pretty face. I also have extremely delicate hands.
I know.
She'll miss those.
So, what do we do now?
So now you break up like normal adults, Grant. You admit that Laura was exciting to you because she represented Washington and power and politics and glitz. And Laura, you admit that Grant was exciting to you because...
Oh, come on. Because I'm young, because I'm attractive, I'm virile, and I represent a recapturing of her youth.
Yeah, I guess so. You were using each other. Why don't you just concede that and move on?
I overestimated you, Grant. I actually thought you were better than me.
Fine, okay, fine. Well, here's the deal. I was impressed by you, and I'm sorry, by all the things that you do, by all the people that you know. That makes me shallow, then fine, I am shallow.
So what are you gonna do now? Just leave here hating each other?
No.
No.
Oh, so smile and say something nice to each other. Come on.
Okay.
Right. Grant, I hope you find the right woman soon.
Well, thank you.
Your turn.
Laura, good luck in all your future endeavors.
Grant, you poet.
Yeah.
Well, you're right. This is much better. Now we're like ex-lovers, ex-friends, whatever, and I have a train to catch. Goodbye, Grant.
Goodbye, Laura.
Goodbye, Michael. Oh. And Grant, when you do meet that right woman,
Yeah.
I hope she breaks your heart.
Oh, God. So you think she hates me?
Hates it? I could bet she doesn't like you very much.
Well, you know, I don't blame her. I mean, I acted so...
Childishly?
Yeah, okay, fine. I must have seemed so...
Superficial?
Thank you. It's just, I didn't want it to end this way.
You mean on such bad terms?
No, I mean with you watching.
And taping.
Way to go, Dad.
Okay.